Hey guys, I'm Nisha Homi and welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, thank you so much for the 1 million love. Your support, encouragement, and love helps me to create better content. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey. So, guys, if you have been following me on Instagram, you may have noticed that I've been traveling these past couple of weeks. My daughter has to be settled in Bangalore, and the PG she's staying has cooking facilities. Now, if you're a student in Bangalore and staying in PG, then I need not mention more about the food you get there. So, when I got to see the cooking facilities in the PG my daughter is staying, I was very happy that I can teach my daughter to cook at least 2 meals. That is, if you have the basic stuffs, cooking can be done quickly. Though I was not familiar with the place, I could buy some utensils, grocery items. So today I'm sharing you what all I bought for her. Nothing fancy, just basic stuffs. Only after seeing the cooking facilities, I thought she should cook her meals. So the basic things which I could find in a shop nearby is what I'm showing you today. Also the video was shot on my phone, so please excuse the bad lighting. So the PG she's staying has provided a small space to do your own cooking, including mixie, gas stove and a microwave. I personally don't use or own a microwave, and the reason is, why do we need to nuke our food when we have other cooking methods? Well, it's my personal choice and I prefer my daughter also avoid microwave cooking. So after seeing this setup, I bought some basic things needed for her. But yes, in 2 weeks time, I'll be sending more things to her like a cast iron dosha tawa and some organic ingredients. So the groceries are 1 kg rice. This is a local variety small grain rice. 1 kg dal. This is the dal I bought from a village we passed by on the way to Bangalore. Half kg poha. I'll be sending her brown rice poha, which is easily available here in Kerala. But for the time being, this should be alright to make a quick poha upma for breakfast. Half kg ordinary rice in case she has a mind to make a dosha batter. I bought it along with urad dal, seeing the mixie they have provided, but I could not find a well seasoned cast iron tawa. All I could find in the shop were non-stick tawa, and I don't prefer to use them. So making dosha has to wait till I get her a seasoned cast iron tawa. For the time being, some desi ghee, though I prefer A2 ghee cow ghee these days. Then seasonings like ajwain, jeera, mustard seeds, basmati rice, methi seeds, whole red chilies, a small packet of coffee. She was a coffee addict and I was able to wean her off from milk coffee. Children develop the coffee and tea habits during studies at night. I'm sure most of you can relate to it, but with milk being so processed these days, it's best to avoid milk. So this small packet is to make a light black coffee if the need arises, like a ghee coffee in the morning maybe. But I'm sure she has overcome her coffee habit. Whole black peppercorns. I prefer her to use pink salt, and this is the best I could find in Bangalore. Asafoetida is a must when making khichdi. This is the only coconut oil I could find, so I just bought 200 grams. We'll have to send her wood pressed coconut oil soon. 2 packets of roasted peanuts to add in poha or to make a quick peanut masala as a snack. Now the utensils are medium-sized steel kadai. I prefer not to use non-stick ones. A wooden spatula, ladles and spoon, a medium-sized saucepan with lid to boil water, rice, etc. A steel sieve to strain the rice or to keep the soaked and rinsed poha, etc. A grater to grate carrots, peeler, tongs, spoon, knife, a small lunch or a snack box, steel mug to take water, and I could only find this bottle to pour in the oil for cooking, 2 katoris with lid, and lastly the main and must-have thing, which is a cooker. This is a 3-liter steel pressure cooker. So these are the things I could get for her in a hurry, and yes, I plan to send her some more necessary items. PG cooking is not at all difficult if you plan ahead a little, and meals can be made in under 30 minutes or so. I'll be sharing some easy recipes in the healthiest way possible so that you can make your meals if you have cooking options in your PG. Also, I forgot to mention that they also has a refrigerator, hence bought some lady's finger, carrots, small onions, ginger, garlic, green chilies, etc. And since we had to leave soon, I could not show her much, but I did guide her over the phone. And the first meal she cooked was a boiled rice using the saucepan and the strainer, and a bindi roast. Then she made a khichdi in the pressure cooker. I wish she could have some coriander leaves or maybe some organic moringa powder to sprinkle on. Then she made poha for breakfast in the steel kadai and carrot rice in the pressure cooker. It was after a gap of 15 years that I visited Bangalore, and it was a bit of a culture shock for me to see how much the city grew. Never did I expect Bangalore to be so fast paced. If you're living alone in a PG, whether you are a student or a working woman, try to buy the basic stuffs and do your own cooking. At least 2 meals can be easily cooked. If you make a little extra for breakfast, you can carry it in a tiffin as your lunch. And I noticed that the undergrads order online or make Maggi noodles. But the graduates and those who have been living alone in a PG for about more than 3 years or so tends to cook their own meals. Also avoid reheating in microwave. Only if you take care of your health and your eating habits, you can be productive in your work, and it will also give you more energy throughout the day. I have also sent her some snacks like granola made of jawar poha and cookies using kapli wheat. So these two homemade snacks are available in case she wants to snack. I hope this video is helpful to students who are living in PG, and I'll be sharing some quick healthy recipes for PG cooking. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye-bye.